Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jill Nicholson and we talk about all things mind, emotions, heart, human beings. But today I thought for a change, I might tell you a little story. Do you like stories? Would you like to hear one? It's all about how our minds turn shadows into monsters. So can I take you back to a night when my twin brother and I were 4 years old, sharing a room? Picture it. The light had just been turned off and we were doing what all kids do, wriggling, chatting, and trying to avoid going to sleep. And then it happened. My eyes locked onto a big, dark shape at the end of the room. Now, I'd like to say that the 4-year-old me handled it with bravery, but nope. I did what any self-respecting child would do. I panicked. My brain immediately went to monster, ghost, both. I whispered my fears to my twin brother, and naturally he joined me in the spiral of terror. We huddled together, shivering under the blankets, like they were magical shields. Eventually, we did fall asleep. Isn't it amazing how kids have that talent for screaming about monsters 1 minute and snoring the next? Anyway, morning came. The room was bright and I remembered the scary shape. My first thought was, oh no, it's daytime and the monster might have transformed into something even worse. So I took a deep breath. I steeled my nerves. I peeked over my covers. And there it was. Not a ghost, not a monster, but, drum roll, my dressing gown casually draped over a chair. I'm talking 100% cotton terror. All that fear, all that anxiety for nothing more than a dressing gown. Do you know, I've remembered that experience so many times in my life, especially when I catch myself in what I call the what if spiral. You know, the one, what if this goes wrong? What if that happens? Oh no, that'll be a disaster. And suddenly you're catastrophizing, spinning out of control, imagining the worst case scenario, and it can feel as real as that childhood fear of a monster at the end of my room. Our minds often leap to the worst case scenario, but it's due to a survival mechanism rooted deep in our evolution. We call it the negativity bias. And it was once crucial for keeping us and our ancestors safe and alert to potential dangers. Today, it often manifests as anxiety, causing our thoughts to spiral out of control, exaggerating risks and conjuring worst-case outcomes. The mind thinks it's protecting us, but it can leave us feeling trapped and overwhelmed. To break free, we need to ground ourselves in reality. Start by challenging anxious thoughts. Ask yourself, is this fear based on facts or assumptions? Stay present and acknowledge that not every what if thought deserves your attention. Do you know, visualization techniques such as imagining anxious thoughts as balloons you can release can help distance yourself from really overwhelming worry. Focus on what is real, what is tangible, And by doing that, you can empower yourself to face life challenges with clarity and with calmness. Here's a tool my clients love, and I use it myself. So back to balloons. Picture balloons. You can gather them up, but then you can release them by just letting them go, letting them float away so they're no longer visible, no longer relevant to your present. Acknowledge that these worst case scenarios, i.e. the balloons, might exactly be like my dressing gown on a chair that I thought was a monster. These worst case scenarios might well be stories you're telling yourself, not real monsters, just shadows in the dark, bumps in the road, or a bit of fear. So here's what I suggest. In your mind's eye, once you've watched those what if balloons drift off into the distance, take a moment to ground yourself in what's real. Excuse me. What is actually happening right now? No hypothetical monsters are allowed. I'm not saying you'll never have another dressing gown on a chair moment. We all have them. But maybe next time you'll pause and realise, hey, maybe it's not as scary as I thought. Perhaps it's just a story I'm telling myself. Kind of like my own personal horror movie. So next time, when the what ifs crank up, take a deep breath and remember, sometimes it is just a dressing gown on a chair. And that, my friend, is a pretty manageable monster. I hope you liked my story. And until next time, be well. See you again.